Thank you all so much for tuning in. I have some wonderful ladies with me in the studio. Diverse Gems is here to share with me about their nonprofit and the wonderful things they're doing in the community. They have a couple of events going down very soon. Let me first let them introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Qualamia Hall, President and CEO of Diverse Gems.
Hi, my name is Melissa Moore. I am the Administrative Assistant for Diverse Gems.
Hi, my name is Tara Hodnett. I'm the Public Relations Director for Diverse Gems.
And my name is Sean Diggs. I am the hostess for Diverse Gems.
Shaquita Young. I'm the counselor/secretary for Diverse Gems.
Thank you, ladies, for being here. Again, you can warm up. Don't laugh too loud. Okay, we're going to do this. We've had some extreme, I keep it real when I'm here. We've had some extreme technical difficulties. Thank you to everybody that's been in the studio working with me. Please share with me what's going on. What do you all have coming up?
The next thing that we have going on is a sexual health workshop. And it's titled Choices and Chances. And the reason we titled it Choices and Chances because it gives towards the youth. And we just want to bring attention to the choices that they make while growing up, because I know they have a lot of chances to do so. But basically, in today's society, it's very important to remember that it takes a village to raise a child, because there's so many single family households, single parent households, and a lot of youth are forgotten. So we just want to bring attention to that.
That's good. That's one of my biggest beefs right now. Well, not beefs right now, but that's one of my passions is explaining and letting people know the seriousness of children having children. I was pregnant at 19 years old. My life was affected by it tremendously. I never finished school. That's not an excuse. I'm working on that. But please, still, people will go through that, and folks be having babies like that's cute. Like they don't be seeing how hard it is. So yes, we need to be more aware of what we do and who we're doing it with, and protecting ourselves while we're doing it, right?
That's right.
So, and then y'all got some more things going on, right? Or actually, tell us about, me and my daughter actually went to one of you all's events with the fellas a couple weeks ago.
It was a community day. It was actually more so to bring awareness to children in the community. Like I said, a lot of it has to do with just people not being able to get out and do things. So we wanted to bring something free to do for the family. We had moon bounces and we gave out school supplies. It was right before school started, so it was a good thing for family oriented.
We had a good time. My daughter went and burned a whole bunch of energy.
So did my kids the whole time, and you couldn't even tell because there was so many things to do.
We had a good time. So ladies, how did you get started? Someone tell me. Y'all don't act like y'all shy, because I was back there and everybody was smiling. There was all this stuff going on. So tell me, how did this start? How did Diverse Gems come to be?
Okay. Because it is my baby. So basically, I just had a vision. I came from a family of 7, and we only had one parent. And we were always, I guess my mom made just enough money to take care of us. She was in that middle. She didn't make enough so we can have extra things, support from the government. But she didn't make enough to really support us. We had to, take ourselves through school and all of that. So I just had this vision, if we can all get together as a unit and help each other, then we can eliminate a lot of the things that we go through as far as just working to make ends meet, and we can get resources within ourselves. We have them, but the world is created to divide each other.
Right.
So we're trying to counter that.
Right. In the middle class, it's not as easy, like you said. I know all about that. They want to, for me to get some help, I basically need to be doing nothing.
That's true. Right.
And try it all. We get as much money as we put into this system, and I pay my taxes. And ever since I've been 16, been working something serious, but they're not gonna help us with the house. But that's okay. We gonna make it. Yes. So and tell me about how you all experience the Diverse Gems and how wonderful it is. Go ahead.
I guess I'll go next. When Qualamia told me about Diverse Gems, how she wanted to start, I'm the youngest, I have to say that. I'm the youngest. I'm 20 years old. And I noticed I never had the awareness of birth control and condoms and stuff like that. My mom never told me about it until I had to learn on my own. So I want to basically help the people that are my age, get them aware. They'll listen to me, they won't listen to nobody else. I want them to be aware of condoms, STDs, HIV, teen pregnancy, because a lot of my friends have kids, and I see how hard it is for them, and I don't want to go down that road at all. I don't want to have to go through that. It's too hard.
That's good, and you're right. I think the youth can inspire the youth a little bit more because, like, my parents didn't have as much as influence over me as my cousins did, as my even some of my younger aunts and uncles did. So yeah, I think you're absolutely right. We need to go to some schools or something and let these kids know you need to cut that Trey Songz off. Because the neighbors don't need to know your name. Boy, you know.
I swear for Lord. I guess for me, I'll speak next. For me, I have a huge family, and a huge family on my mom's side, but I'm not really close to them. And so growing up, my dad tried to keep me away from everything they did. I was the oldest at 22 to get pregnant and have a baby in my whole family, the oldest. And when I got pregnant, I was 3 weeks behind one of my cousins. She was 15. We had our baby 3 weeks apart, and they applauded her. I was in college. I had finished my first degree at 22. I was working on my master's, pregnant, and I mean, for me, it was like, oh my God, my world is over. I don't know what to do. But they were like, well, what you wait so long for? And I'm like, this is not cute,
really?
You know, in no way. And for me, like, I was excited about Diverse Gems when I heard about it, because me and Kwame grew up. We were neighbors, so we grew up all our lives together. And I sing, so I travel the world. And
that sounds fun.
Majority of my friends, majority of my friends are homosexual. Like when you're traveling on the road, I do opera music, and so a lot of my friends are homosexual. A lot of the people I hung with were homosexuals, or they were male or females. And I watched a lot of my friends in college struggle from HIV and develop into full-blown AIDS. So I have so many friends living with AIDS. Really? And so I have a lot of friends. And for the sexual workshop, actually he's a dear friend of mine, a phenomenal singer, artist, everything, and he's actually became an ordained minister. He was going to come out and speak for us. He's been living with full-blown AIDS for about 11 years. He still went to college. He graduated. I watched him go through his whole process from beginning to end. When he first found out he had HIV, so he actually found out it was full-blown AIDS, so losing hair, losing weight, losing his teeth, everything. And then all of my other friends started being comfortable enough to say, I have HIV, I have AIDS, I have this, I have that. And it was like so terrifying for me, because I'm like, I got pregnant. Obviously, mistakes happen, but it wasn't necessarily a mistake because I knew what I was doing. For me, but it scared me. And for me, I was scared to go to the doctor. So when my daughter was born, I was like, I'm not going to the doctor. I wouldn't go for years. Like, my daughter is 5, and it took me until she was 3 to actually go to the doctor to get checked out, to get tested. And so it was a big thing for me. I was like, I need to get out, spread awareness to the rest of my friends, and say, put a face to the situations. A lot of people think that you have AIDS, your life is over, or you have this STD, your life is over. So it's more so for me to put a face to it and say, hi, this is my life, this is what I have to deal with. However, I can still live and I can still have a productive life. So I was really excited to be a part of it, and then to have a big family, because I graduated college, I got my master's, I did this, I did that, and so now my family actually shunned me, and they're like, well, you think you're this. And so for me, Diverse Gems is my family. So like, I was really excited, like, oh my God, I got a family, I got this, I'm excited. So yeah.
I believe it.
So yeah, that's me.
Well, that's cool, and I never can imagine. I don't think I know anybody that has AIDS.
You may not think.
Right. That's why I said think.
And that's why
a lot of people.
I'm mad I forgot to say this. But the reason how I came up with the name Diverse Gems. First of all, GEMS is an acronym. It stands for growth, encouragement, mentoring, and success. And that's basic. That's like the basis of everything we do. Like LaShawn said, we don't want people to think that, oh, I'm scared to get tested because if I do, I'm afraid of the truth. I'm not going to have a life anymore. No, you can still live with it. But if you don't know, you're going to continue to pass it on. And that's what makes this cycle continue. We're trying to stop that. If you already have it, okay, you can't go back. It may not be a cure, but at least you can get on medication and have a long, healthy, productive life. And that's what we want to get out.
So at the workshop, what can people expect? They're going to come, they're going to be able to get tested perhaps? Or
we're trying to get something out now. That's like the last thing we're working on, to see if we can get like a, medevac outside to get them to do that. They can receive samples of birth control, different information. We have priority partners coming out to give information on insurance for some young females and males. That's their excuse. I don't have insurance, but we're going to do that, and plus we're going to give out samples of condoms, male and female, and show them how to use them.
Why are you so quiet on me? No, you're not gonna talk? These ladies are not shy. I heard them back there clowning. You're the counselor. Counsel me, because I'm going through some things.
Oh, honey child.
Honey child.
No, but tell me about yourselves. Tell me more about yourselves now. I mean, we're gonna. What date? When is this? October.
Oh, it's October 24th, and it's at Howard Duckett Community Center in Laurel.
Okay, and I will have their website in the credits. But I really thank these ladies for coming. We're gonna wrap it up. I appreciate you all being here. I will definitely be at your event, and I will let as many people as possible know that they need to be there because I want to know more too. And
it's going to be 13 and up. Okay. So we're going to have a waiver form, but we definitely want the youth, male and female, not just females. We need our young men to come out here too to learn about their sexual health.
I can dig it. Diverse Gems, doing amazing things. Thank you, ladies, for being here.
You're welcome. Thank you for having us.
Okay, so I have my daughter, Kenzie Spivey, with me on the set. Say hey.
Hey, y'all.
Kenzie had a birthday recently. How old are you?
6 years old.
And Kenzie had been begging me and talking about a violin all summer long. She wanted to get a violin. What made you want to get a violin?
A violin was special to me. I just wanted it for like a reason because it's like, I just wanted it. It was like special to me.
Okay,
like
cool. Now, that's good. And you got what you wanted. You were surprised?
Yes, I was surprised. We got it. I was like, at this time I'm finally getting a violin. So I was like, finally.
So Kenzie has dedicated, she told me that she will practice every day. How long? 4 times a week, rather, for 30 days. No, four times a week for 30 minutes. Yes, and she's been practicing every day. Can I see a little bit of what you've been practicing? And you hold it the right way, like your teacher taught you. She had one lesson. Yeah, practice 8 counts of the first one. Well, try. There you go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. 1, 2, 1.
Well, you did good. Well, that is Kenzie's first solo selection right here on the Rising Spivey Show. Go crazy. Let me see something. Goodbye. I wouldn't mind someone to hold me. Yeah. Out on the road alone, but not lonely. I'm cool with flying solo, wouldn't mind someone to hold me. I know why God has placed me here, I'm focused on my mission. Taking a break for romance seems to be the best decision. Nah, something is missing. Nah, maybe I'm tripping. Every time I give my heart, I find myself slipping. Won't happen again. Taking a break from men, I gotta save the future. Forget a boyfriend. My biggest distraction has always been them. I gotta focus right now if I'm ever gonna win. Looking at the stars tonight, I'm in love with my dreams. I'm focused on the sky. Why? Cause I believe I'm here to save the world, make it a better place. I got so much going on, I think it's time I clean my plate. Can't start from the gate, can't go back in time. I just learned from my mistakes.